It may be that I have tested a lot of 99,199 pieces of the Scroll King handle recently. When I first saw $15.99, I took a breath. It's too expensive. After 2 years, the Razer Phantom Wolf Warrior handle finally came out 3. The Pro version even has a 2.4G wireless mode, which is probably more expensive than the VR Color version. For 100 yuan. But even if it is an officially authorized wireless controller from Microsoft, this price is also a bit of a ceiling break. Of course, it's not that $15.99 can't afford it. We have to know where it is expensive. Sure enough, you can already feel the pride of V3 Pro from the beginning of unpacking. The inside of its box is even the inside of the flannel texture. In addition to the 3-meter data cable of the manual, there is also a handle pack that contains a handle 2.4G receiver and 2 keycaps, one tall and one short. The short hat is mushroom-headed, and the gifts are okay. It would be even better if you sent another charging base. Compared with the VR Stage Change version, there are not many changes in appearance. The front watermelon key does not do a separate partition. The position of several function buttons has changed slightly. The action keycaps have been changed to white letters, but they do look more minimalist and big. 2 small shoulder keys M1 M2 are added to the top. The top is a 3.5mm audio hole. The expansion buttons on the back are on both sides. No longer gathered in the middle like the second generation, I cancelled its light strip. Only the letters in the middle are with RGB lighting effects. What do you think of the latency of V3 Pro? Do you feel that it looks more stable and expensive as a whole? Let's take a look at the feel. The handle is very solid in the hand. The weight rose to 300 grams. I made a non-slip coating on the back. There are also anti-slip lines on the 4 back pieces. I remember that the V2 button feel is very top-notch. So now I am very much looking forward to V3 Pro getting started. There is nothing to say about the press touch of the Razer action keys and arrow keys. The micro button should also add a layer plate B, and the silicone press pressure is just right. It feels soft and elastic, and it is not tiring for a long time. The feedback on the bottom of the hand is clear. The feel of the top line and the mouse switch, much like the trigger force, is very light. The voice is very crisp, but the volume is not loud. When pressing continuously, it will not feel noisy. Come on, everyone listen to the handle has a 2-stage trigger. The lock wave switch switches between Hall and micro triggers. The large and small sharp keys are also very crisp to the touch. Short key travel and fast triggering. I personally like Razer's. It is a grippy sharp key. That is, the small sharp key. For broken hands, players are friendly. Especially when playing FPS games shoot quickly. I feel that the overall handling experience has been accelerated a lot. In general, in terms of feel, V3 Pro is indeed at the level of the first echelon. Whether it is the grip or the buttons, the overall design of the hand feel is very comfortable. And it's easy to use. The software tuning level should not collapse. You see, both ends of this data cable are also exquisitely equipped with protective hats. We connected to the PC and tested it with an IceNet, and after testing, the 8-pad type arrow keys without any string key combos are very accurate. Star Flight's support level 255 strength. And the footprint changes and the pressure bar accuracy is very high. The joystick dies by default with a center point. Without a cruciform death, completely square tuning, the action rate is about 10%. Of course, it can be adjusted to no center point in the future. The controller defaults to Xbox mode. The joystick return rate is around 250 Hz. Replace it with computer mode. It can reach 900 Hz and 2.4G wireless connection is about 250 Hz. This is about twice as tall as the original XBOX series potato handle. Still okay. In terms of vibration, Uncle Lay's statement is that when using the original vibration test of the 3 domains, I feel that the grip vibration is very delicate. You can disassemble the machine and take a look later. There is also news that the firmware update will be available with HD haptic feedback technology. What is this? Let's look forward to it. The handle supports 2 connection modes, wired and 2.4G contactor. After adapting to the Xbox console and PC and plugging in the contactor, no other operations are required. Almost in seconds, I didn't feel any delay during the game. Of course, if students who have high requirements for reaction speed can plug in and play. I replaced the short shaft with a fuzzy head rocker. Note here that V3 Pro is no longer magnetic. Instead, a simple loss structure, very easy to pull. But when inserting it, pay attention to it. The small sign hit Apex's C-hand to hold it. The design of the small shoulders is very comfortable to the touch and very fast. There are also no problems with the sensitivity of the rockers. To be honest, the gaming experience is really awesome and average. The low-priced handle feels completely different. Especially the speed of the move and the smoothness of the control are nothing to say. This competitive game definitely has a bot. Let's take a brief look at the driver's name. Razer XBOX Controller Configuration Expert. Students can configure the buttons to adjust the RGB settings according to their own habits. The vibration of the joystick can be adjusted to 6 levels. I personally find 3rd or 4th gear more comfortable. The last test V20 did not dare to be dismantled. This time it will not be calculated. Or demolish. The big deal is that if you see that the situation is not good, stop in time. It is still all over the body without a single screw hole. You can only start with grip overlaying. The rocker cap seems to be stained with the joystick and cannot be removed. As a result, the bracket module sandwiched between the joystick cap and the PCB cannot be removed. You can only see from the side seam that the action buttons and arrow keys have a layer of bullet walls. The silicone back key is slightly manipulated, and the silicone cap is also padded, and the 4 sharp keys are mechanical switches. The grip motor is a cuboid linear, and the motor has a certain weight. It comes with a 2150 mAh battery. The motor battery is connected to the PCB board by socket. When I removed the trigger module, I stopped. Here is also a reminder to the students that the Elite handle should be dismantled and cherished. If we can find aftersales, let's not do it ourselves. There is no problem in terms of craftsmanship, and the materials used are also very solid. Can be seen that V3 Pro is very intrinsic. Well, the 1,599 yuan cake has also been measured. How do you feel? Microsoft officially licensed plus wireless plus joystick plus full mechanical buttons plus 6 expansion buttons. Almost everything that the trigger vibration can give is given. And at this price, there can be no low-grade problem with the cake. The control experience of V3 Pro is very extreme. So the handle fragrance is fragrant, but expensive is really expensive. If students are entangled in price, see also, in addition to the wired connection, the V3 competitive version. Except for the lack of a handle bag, the other functions are almost identical. The price is a lot cheaper, 799 yuan. Not bad, right?